And if we're right, the most massive concentration in the market in history, worse than the Depression, is probably going to give way to a broader-based bull market.
CEO of ARK Invest, Cathie Wood, just gave her 2025 prediction for both Bitcoin and crypto.
I think we will get significant clarity in terms of regulation.
No, it starts with the change of regulation and legislation for crypto.
We will get legislation as well. I think many more policymakers in Washington understand that this was a single vote issue for many voters, especially young voters. And so this is becoming much more of a bipartisan issue. And of course, you have the executive branch also supporting it mightily, proposing that we include Bitcoin in Treasury Reserve. So you've got, I think we're going to have support of all three branches of government are going to be supportive, which is a big change.
And watch today's whole video, because Dave Portnoy, founder of Barstool, is about to launch his Memecoin. Ripple XRP just made this huge partnership. But just looking at Bitcoin crashes, if you can call what happened in this last week a crash, will continue to happen. I mean, it's crazy how many of you probably wouldn't have survived the 2017 Bitcoin bull run. You probably would have sold somewhere around here. A 30% crash from where the Bitcoin price is today would take Bitcoin down into low $70,000 range. And even then, that would not invalidate the trend of a broader crypto bull market. And I wouldn't even count on necessarily that we will get a dip of that magnitude, because the institutions are buying through the dip. As of yesterday, BlackRock clientele bought another 640 Bitcoin. You were scared, they were buying. And even looking at the publicly traded companies who hold Bitcoin, 8 companies increased their Bitcoin treasury this week. And now the top 70 crypto holding, publicly traded companies, Bitcoin holding, hold over 623,000 Bitcoin. Do we think the number of publicly traded companies who hold Bitcoin in their treasury is decreasing or increasing? And I repeat, do not panic sell. This is the last shakeout before we see Bitcoin making new all-time highs, ETH breaking $4,000, and alts pulling a 20x to 50x. CZ Binance agrees, and that's what Gary Gensler didn't understand.
He didn't understand that this is the next big wave of the internet. This is the layer of the internet that developers did not build in the early 90s because no one thought anyone would buy or use financial services on the internet. I remember back then, no one was going to give their credit card to the internet, right? This is the next big wave, and it's a huge efficiency move for the financial services sector. So in terms of Bitcoin specifically, it is really the leader in a new asset class. And we have a paper out on that. You can see the low correlations, which do define a new asset class. And it is a global monetary system. It's a very big idea. My professor, mentor, friend, Art Laffer, when he collaborated with us on our Bitcoin paper in 2015, he said, "This is what I've been waiting for since the U.S. closed the gold window in 1971. So he has been energized by this new movement towards a rules-based global monetary system.
Do you think Trump's going to be on board with that? The president has indicated he's quite a big fan of the US dollar, and it sounds like what you're suggesting is a replacement for the US dollar.
No, we actually think that that these two will coexist, and if anything, what we're seeing with the stablecoin movement, which is how people, it's the on-ramp into decentralized financial services. They're all backed by Treasury securities, which de facto, they're backed by the dollar.
And breaking news on that topic, pay attention to the signals, because today, ONDO has partnered with Ripple to bring OUSG to the XRP ledger. OUSG is ONDO stablecoin that's backed by US Treasuries. So the news today is this: the expansion allows institutional investors that use ONDO to mint and redeem OUSG tokens around the clock using Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin. And why does the US government, why would they like something like this? Well, tokenized treasuries are a booming asset class at the intersection of traditional finance and digital assets, allowing investors to park their on-chain cash to earn yield and then use them as collateral. ONDO's governance token, ONDO, jumped 4% following the news. This big integration is set to go live in the next 6 months. And by the way, BlackRock is on board with this. The ONDO short-term US government treasuries OUSG token is backed by BlackRock's USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund, BIDL, and allows qualified investors to mint and redeem tokens around the clock near instantaneously using Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin, meaning if you like XRP, you like this. And Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports, which has hundreds of millions of monthly active visitors, is about to launch a meme coin. Let's talk about this. But I will say, many of you have been asking me about structures on how to trade crypto. Number one, you find a structure. Number two, you try and find a little demand zone on a potential retest of that structure. And what that means is when they say a demand structure is what price levels are we seeing that every single retest gets bought up. That's the demand zone. That's where price is so low, it gets bought back up. And then being a breakout trader essentially means you either wait for that breakout or you wait for the breakdown. By the way, don't be fooled by slight fakeouts. It's the confirmation of a breakout or breakdown, and then you take your profit and wait for a new setup. As I continue my trading journey, there is a competition happening right now with exchange partner Bitchunex and us, Altcoin Daily, and you can deposit any amount of money up to $1,000 and get 20% cash back. Meaning if you deposit $100, you get $20 on top of that instantly, or up to $1,000, and you get $200 USD cash back. And this enters you into the trading competition that's happening for the next 18 days. You do have to click enter, link down below, and then you'll see your name, or at least your account, on our volume ranking competition. So 20% cash back immediately, and then depending on your volume, you'll get a share in the prize pool. So if you trade a little, under 10 million, you'll get a share of the smaller prize pool. The more you trade, the more you get a piece of the larger prize pool. This is just for the Altcoin Daily audience. Nobody has signed up yet until after today's video. So if you sign up and start trading, you do have a high probability of being up there with the winners. Of course, when you futures trade, never invest more than you're willing to lose. And always set your take profits and set your stop losses. Link down below. And this market's heating up. In fact, I looked it up, and Barstool has around 60 to 66 million unique visitors per month. The CEO and founder is trying to launch a meme coin.
Yes, I've been researching the meme coin, the viability of it, whether I want to do it. When I said I want to do a meme coin, I had 9,000 million people reach out. Everybody under the sun, they know my meme coin would explode. I had CoffeeZilla. Don't do a meme coin. Don't do a meme coin. You don't want to be the subject of one of my exposés of how you f***ed everybody. CoffeeZilla is right. I don't want to be that. So I'm vetting, I'm doing, I'm reading. Can I do it? I don't want to f*** people over. I want to make a ton of money, but I don't want to f*** people over. So I'm just... Rome wasn't built in a day. My meme coin won't be built in a day if I do one.
I will keep you updated on this, but I like how he says he's taking his time, and if he does it, he obviously wants to make money, but he doesn't want to make it a scam. We'll see how that works. I think, Dave, if you're watching this, it would be a great idea saying, hey, this is what Trump, honestly, I think should have done. It'll be a 50-50 partnership. You keep 50% of the token supply. You give the audience, whoever gets in, very speculative, could go to zero, but whoever gets in, give them 50% of the token supply. Trump only gave his audience 20%. He kept 80%. But then here's the key. You put a buy and a sell tax, which is what Trump did, which a lot of things do, which every time the meme coin is traded, a small percent goes into a different wallet, and that's how you make your money. That way, the 50% of the token supply that you have, you can publicly say, hey, we locked it up. Hey, it's locked up for 2 years, 5 years, whatever it is. And you'll have that. If this does well in 5 years, you'll have that in the end. But if nothing else, you'll make small amounts of money on that buy-sell tax, which is very common with these meme coins. Dave, Hit me up, free consultation. Click the like button if you've made it this far in today's video. Click subscribe.